Hey, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. What's popping? East New York's finest, hosted by Mike. What's going on? Yesterday, I was exhausted and stressed out from Columbus Flea Market. See, people can never understand why a person like me, being that I'm a no filter having motherfucking guy. Like I'm not a discreet person. I'm not passive, and I'm not passive aggressive, and I'm not even aggressive. I don't even consider myself confrontational. I'm just a straightforward dude. Back in my day, this is how men act and react. You know, we spoke our mind and we said what the fuck was on our mind. We didn't do all this pancake, gay, in your closet, in your window bullshit. We called a spade, and people like me are dying or are a dying breed because we don't have no filter or no give a fuck about anybody's feelings or how they feel if they're on some bullshit. So for instance, a guy named Perry at the flea market, nice guy in Columbus. He has a friend who sets up every couple of months or so with him. Some skinny white dude. He had a white car yesterday. So this fucking piece of shit, he made a deal with me for $270. He had about four 1970s Mego Star Trek figures in good condition. He had like a couple of pieces of Amigo Batman, from a Batman playset or something like that, and he had like this Japanese robot. Now I don't blame Scottish Mike, but in a way I do blame him too, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. Me and this guy, I mean, it's one thing if you have a verbal man-to-man agreement on something, but I paid this guy because Perry was there and Perry vouched for me that I was good for it. I could be going for 2 hours, and if I say, hey, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, I didn't even say, all right, hold the stuff. We have a verbal agreement and I'll come back for it. I paid him for it. I showed him everything that was in the fucking bucket or in the bin, whatever you want to call it. So we already made a deal, and I paid this asshole because Aaron, cheap ass bricks, I brought some Legos for him, and my cart was full of the Lego stuff because it was, two nice size boxes. So I brought this box from somebody because I started in the L section. So basically, the L section is like this, and then after the L section, you will have this whole section, which is the new section, and then this section next to it would be the old section, which is where normally everybody is. That's where the best shit is. But anyhow, I park on Sundays. I always park in the L section because I take the L section, and then and then from the L I go straight to the new. Then from the new I start in the old. And this guy in the new section, he had this. He had some figures on the table, and I did look and I saw very few figures in here. I didn't even go through this yet. I saw a couple of figures, and I was like, well, what are you asking on the figures? I think I picked up him from the original Space Jam movie. I thought he was gonna say like $5, and I was gonna ask him would he take three. I would have gave him the five, but I was gonna ask him if he did take three. And I asked how much, and he said, man, he walked over and he said, $5 for the whole bucket. I said sold. I actually have it on video for you guys if y'all want to see it. So I got that. Pretty happy with it. I don't even know what was in the bucket. We're gonna get back to the bucket in a minute. I just want to show you guys. Yeah, just use that microwave. Whose is that? What is that?
It's been there for 2 days or 3.
Oh, that's probably Michelle. Take it.
Oh no, I ain't taking
No, take it because she asked me if I wanted it before. Just take it. So I'm still very upset about that bullshit because we already made the deal and that was a dick ass move. So he had some pudgy white cracker ass motherfucker next to him, like right behind his car. I guess he brought some stuff. See, this is why a lot of people get punched in the face. And see, when a lot of black people wind up arguing and getting into it with somebody, see, white people get very intense and they feel very threatened. And it starts at home. When a black man raises his voice or gets a little upset, it makes y'all very uneasy. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hypocrisy because throughout, I'm not gonna go into that. Throughout history, you know what I'm saying, you see how they did everything. So it is what the fuck it is. So this asshole is like, oh well, and I'm talking to Perry and I'm talking to the guy. This guy comes out of nowhere and puts his own 2 cents in it, and I said something. I said, well, okay, like I don't understand what business of it is his. So I guess he got offended by it or what. I don't give a fuck. Now, I was trying not to argue with him directly because I was in this guy and Perry's spot. I don't like to be disrespectful and bring negativity or something in somebody's spot because I find it intrusive and disrespectful to that individual. And the fact that the guy didn't say nothing to the guy did kind of get under my skin, but I did put him in his place. And I think that was part of why, after we made the deal, because I said, hey, can you put it in your car? I'm going to come back for it because I pointed to my cart and I said, yeah, I'm waiting for Aaron to get this stuff. So as I was getting ready to leave, Aaron walked right by. So it was funny. It was just meant to be, right? And make a long story short, so what happened was I'm walking around for like maybe 30 minutes tops. And, I'm talking to Mike and Hospital Matt. Now, they thought I was joking, but I was dead ass serious. And, Mike showed me stuff in his bag. He always walks around with this big ass bag. And I was like, wait a minute. At first, I'm like, whoa. That Batman, those two little Mego Batman things look familiar. Then when I saw the robot in the box, I was like, wait a minute, why that box look like mine? I said, yo, where'd you get that from? And he said, Perry, the guy. And I said, wait, the guy in the white truck, the white car. And he said, yeah. I said, that motherfucker sold you my stuff. So him and Hospital Matt was laughing, but my face was, I wasn't laughing. So I knew that they thought I was joking because we joke a lot. And I'm like, no. So when they realized I was dead ass serious, Mike just, walks away. And that kind of pissed me off because if that was me, but then again, this is why I'm a real man. I don't give a fuck if Scotich Mike like it or not. I didn't appreciate that. Because if that was me and I made a deal with somebody and I paid them, I would have walked over with him and said, yo, let's go. But in a way, he's a selfish piece of shit too. I'm not going to apologize to it because I am mad at him too, because at the end of the day, you should have been like, oh, that's fucked up. And you should have walked over there with me and rectified the situation. Because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be cool. And on top of that, once you realize I was serious, you should have wanted to get to the bottom of it. But I guess some people just like, fuck it, I'm all for myself. So that left a disgusting taste in my mouth. So I don't know if I'm going to deal with Scotich Mike that much. And I'm putting it out there because that kind of pissed me off. I understand that, hey, well, he sold your shit. But the point is, if the shoe was on the other fucking foot, I would have went over there with him and rectified the situation. So that got me really, I was thinking about that shit all night and I wasn't going to say nothing, but I had to because I wouldn't be me if I didn't say something. Now, I know some people might say, oh yeah, but it's not his fault the guy sold it. Well, because me and you supposed to be cool and you shouldn't want that to happen to you, me being a real man and a man I am, I would have went over and got to the bottom of the situation just because me and you have a good rapport. But that's the kind of person I am and how I was raised. Whether I'm a nigga from the hood or not. That was fucked up. But, and no, I am not casting my anger or shit on Scotich Mike because of what that fucking piece of shit cracker motherfucker did. But, I would still hold him to a higher standard to understand my situation and want to rectify it. Because to be honest, I would have said, nah, you good, Mike. But just the fact that he actually would have went to do that, that would have been a decent adult thing to do. Not a childish little, I'm for myself, selfish ass move. But getting back to this piece of shit, Perry's friend, I go over there to him, and as I'm walking to him, I'm like, yo, what did you do? He's like, what do you mean? I said, why'd you sell some of my stuff to somebody? So he's like stuttering and looking stupid. So Perry's standing there like, oh shit. And I'm like, and I started to spaz on this fucking dude. And I wanted to grab him by his collar and throw him over the fucking table. Like on some real shit. Y'all don't understand. When I get violent, I'm like Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers mixed together. Ain't no stopping me. You know what I'm saying? So people think that I talk a lot and I'm always angry, but y'all don't understand that I am a very physical person. I am a very fucking physical person. If you think my anger is something, you never seen my physical attributes to my anger. I got this like retarded fucking strength. And I'm known for fucking up 3 or 4 dudes at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about on some like Karate Kid, Michael J. White movie shit. I'm talking about on some real life, just straight banging type shit. Y'all don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's not even about, oh, you're going to really fight somebody with. No, it's about disrespect. It got nothing to do with toys. It's all about disrespect. And the fact that this asshole did that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all wonder why I'm such an asshole and why I walk around the way I do, why I'm not that friendly at the markets, and why this and that. Because people are fucking clowns. Real people like me barely exist anymore, and I have a no to zero tolerance for fucking assholes. And this piece of shit was a piece of shit. That was a dick ass move from a little dick ass dude. That he turned around. So as I'm walking to his table and I'm talking to him, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I look, and the He-Man on top of that red vehicle with the silver fist that comes down like that. I forgot the name of the vehicle. So we made a deal for 150 for the He-Man stuff. And I pointed to the He-Man on the vehicle in the box, and he's like, sure. And then we made another deal. So that was 140. And then the Star Wars thing was 40. And then the what do you call that shit? The oh my god. The Migos stuff was 50. So everything came up to 200. I tried to do 260. He said nah. He had to get the extra 10. So it was 270. So that was the agreement. Then I walked over to the Castle Grayskull. I said, all right, so I'll pay you for this when I get back. So that would have been 40. So 40 and 270 is 310. So I'm like, yo, let me see my stuff. The bin went from being fucking full to being organized neatly, and I'm like, yo, half the shit that we agreed on was missing. I'm like, yo, I was like, yo, give my money back. I don't want this shit. So he's like, oh, so it was like 2-4. I was about to punch this nigga. I literally was about to punch this nigga in his fucking face. I had my hand balled up and I walked toward him, and I was like, it wasn't no 240, man. It was 270. So when he looked at me, he looked down at my hand, and he's like, all right. So I snatched my fucking money and I just walked off. I didn't even want to argue with him because I like Perry, and I know that's Perry's boy, but I was really about to put my hand, I was about to get physical with this fucking asshole. And a part of me felt like snatching all his money that he had in his hand and walk the fuck off. That's what I really wanted to do. That's how angry he made me, but it is what the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck if he got to create a Cobra figure for $5. I would not buy a fucking vowel off this asshole. So anyway, outside of that drama, and I told a lot of people about it, and a lot of people were pissed off. They were just as mad as I was, if not even more so. And people like to don't understand. Word of mouth moves around. So I'm gonna make sure every fucking body knows. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that this guy's a piece of shit. Cause that was a dickhead move. Cause he listened to that other little fat fucking pudgy redneck trailer trash cracker for whatever the fuck reason. And as I was walking away talking to Aaron, I did notice that they congregated around the bin, but I thought he was just putting shit whatever. He should have came back over to me like a man and said, oh, this wasn't this, that wasn't that. And I think the guy spoke to him and said, yo, don't give him this. People are funny how when it comes to them, they want a deal on shit. But when it comes to somebody else, the stuff is worth $1 million. I think that's what happened. I didn't really pay attention to it. But then after I left, after the situation, that's when I started putting two and two together. And I'm like, oh, that fucking piece of shit must have said something to this guy. You know, and then people don't understand why they wind up getting fucked up because they don't know how to mind their business. A lot of you white people are very nosy and y'all don't know how to mind your fucking business. Keep your mouth shut, keep it fucking moving and mind yours. You could call me a racist, whatever the fuck. I'm not a racist, I'm not a bigot, I'm not a two-faced, I'm not a hypocrite. I call shit for what the fuck it is, and if it gets you upset, don't watch my channel. You know, because at the end of the fucking day, I'm one of the realest motherfucking niggas you can meet. And I don't mean as far as nigga being black. I mean as far as being a motherfucking straight up dude that could be an ignorant ass motherfucker when you bring it out on him. So anyway, moving on, as you seen this, as I was sitting here ranting for over 14 minutes about the bullshit, because I am pretty upset. This is the stuff I did get yesterday. I've acquired some of this stuff from my boy SP Eric. Now, if you ever heard, you probably didn't hear me mention that name in probably 7-8 months. We see each other every once in a while, me, him, and his wife. Normally, he shows up every once in a while on Thursdays at the flea market. I mean, at Columbus, but he really doesn't have anything for me. But, you know, he said he went to this flea market called Jack's or something like that. I guess it's around the Philly area or something. I didn't really get much into it because I was too busy talking to him what I was just ranting to you guys about. And he was like, yo, that's fucked up, da 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 da. And yeah, I was really heated all day. I mean, all day yesterday. Even when I got back home, I was just like real pissed off. But I concealed it because I don't want that shit around my family. But I was really upset. But anyhow, so SP stands for South Philly, and of course Eric. So South Philly Eric, because I always mention three Erics. The Eric who does the toy shows, Fam Eric, and then South Philly Eric, which is basically the original Eric of the three because I met him first. Well, actually, no, I met Toy Show Eric first, then South Philly Eric, and then Fam Eric. But I'm extremely close to Fam Eric and Fam Alex, where I call them Fam because I'm like family to them, and vice versa. And they're both blood brothers, and those are the two that I went down to Augusta, Georgia with. I mean, I feel like I knew these guys for fucking decades. And when you can have that kind of rapport with another, with other black dudes that are into the same shit you're into. See, where I come from, that doesn't exist like that. These guys are younger than me, but still no, it's very hard to come across black guys from the hood, projects and hood, roaches and rats, born and raised around, and you're into the same thing. That's kind of like a gym. You know what I'm saying? It is a gym. And the fact that we all own homes and we're all legally married and have children, we just have so much more in common than we don't. And that's a gym that I would never try to, try to fuck up. But anyway, moving back to this stuff. So I got stuff from South Philly Eric. I got stuff from, I got a couple things from Kenny. And a couple other people. I'm so fucking angry that I forgot I forgot. But anyhow, South Philly Eric, SP Eric, he gave me a good price on some stuff. Like I got this My Hero Academia thing from him. I also got this. I got this. I got both of these. I think I got that from him. And I believe I got Rogue from him. I know I got that from him. I'm going to take a guess and say I got this from him. This I got from this female who had Disney stuff I brought from her maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. This was only $5, so I grabbed him. Negative Man. And then, of course, SP Eric also had this Billie Eilish figure. So that was part of that deal. I'm not going to... Like I said, when I know a person, I don't like quoting prices and stuff because people, it's none of nobody's business. And then I want nobody to be like, oh, well, you sold this to this guy for XYZ and whatever, So yeah, I got that. And then I also got, I didn't mention, and I also got this as well. Now, this and this I got from this dude named Chris, a white dude named Chris who sets up. He wanted a certain price for certain things, so I'm going to show you what I got from him. This, her, this Pokemon, all of this, these 4, Loot Crate, collect and build, what's it called? They kind of, I thought that was kind of disrespectful that they only did 4. It's supposed to be 5. I don't know why they didn't do Drax, but I got all 4 of these. This stuff was in there as well. So I got all that from Chris for a certain price, as well as this stuff. That wasn't all of it. This also came from Chris. So you got these two. You got Anakin, Yoda, pilot or X-Wing pilot Luke. You got Star-Lord. You got this Captain America First Avenger with Peggy Carter. You got this Captain Marvel, Rocket Raccoon with Groot. I don't know. I don't see Groot. Oh, the baby Groot. And then, of course, Cobra Commander. So I paid, I'm just going to say I paid under $200 for all this. I'm going to give you guys an encore again. So I got these 3. I got these 4. Then I got these 3 as well. This, these 4, and then this. I got all from Chris for under $200. And coming from him, that's a steal because he's relatively expensive. I think the only reason why I got it because certain people that he holds shit for probably didn't want it, and I think he just wanted to get rid of it, and I think that's why. That's the only reason why I got it and why he was so cool. Because I could sit here and talk about him too, but I'm not going to do that. And then, like I said, with the Legos and dealing with Aaron, also known as Cheap Ass Bricks, we did a deal in cash, and this I don't even know why I took this because these are always hard for me to get rid of, and when I sell them loose, I think I've sold them for the same price he gave it to me for, but that was like over a year or so ago anyway. I don't think this thing has gone up in price or even that warranted, but it was in a trade. I mean, I didn't lose money because I got stuff from Izzy yesterday. Saturday, and 2 Thursdays ago, another dude named Chris, this other Chris, not white boy Chris, but I don't know if he's Italian or Spanish, but whatever that Chris is, he has a black van. I got those Legos, and I didn't pay. I didn't pay much on it, so I didn't lose out, but I didn't gain. But I did get some stuff from Izzy with the price that we quoted, so I wound up coming up okay, even if I didn't take this from Aaron. So it was okay. So outside of that, I don't want to mention it. Heavyset dude that he's always buying. He buys and sells toys. He had this, and this was $20. I took it. And that's the only thing I got from him. These I'm gonna say Central South American people. I don't really like always saying Mexican to generalize people, but regardless, they had. Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, y'all. Why she just don't come get this damn thing? This thing's getting on my nerves. So the guy wanted $5 a game, and they're pretty decent games. I think they're all worth 5 and over. But I said, well, hey, let me ask you a question. He wanted 5, and I said, yo, would you do $250 each if I take them all? I only left 2 games behind. He said no, he'll do 3. So this came up to like $60, and he wanted 25 for this, but he gave it to me for 10. It is brand new sealed. I'm pretty sure it's got to be worth at least $5 to $10 more than what I paid just for that. So I wound up paying $70 for this whole stack. Now, mind you, Corvette, Rocky, Top Gun, Pac-Man World 2, Max Payne, Spider-Man 2 are all sealed brand new. And then you got this demo disc. And then down here, what do we got? Well, we got Devil May Cry, Soul Calibur 2, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Mercenaries, Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, Tag Team Tournament, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, Virtua Fighter 4, Dead to Rights, Metal Gear Solid 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Gran Turismo 3, along with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, were all this stuff was $3 each. Even at sealed games, he did it all for $3. So that's $2 off a game. I'm not gonna complain about that because these are some pretty decent titles. I don't even think there's one game here that's worth under $5. So that was a good deal right there. And then I got this stuff from Kenny. I believe I got this. No, I don't remember what, but whatever. I didn't even realize she was missing a hand. So I did get some of this stuff from Kenny. This one kid, he had this. It was $5. And then I think I paid $10 for. It was only Velma and Daphne in the Scooby-Doo van. And then this guy is a big piece from Fortnite. So he wanted $8 for this and $6 for this. And I was like, well, would you do 10 for both? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? So I paid $10 for both of these. So that's that stuff. So I basically showed you guys everything outside of the $5 bin. So again, this bin here is going to be the last thing we go through before I end this video. I'm trying not to rekindle my anger for what happened. So we're going to put this in here. I don't know what this is from. But $5 for a bin, I'm not going to argue. Hasbro. This Batman Rock'em Sock'em, that's kind of cool. I'm putting garbage in here, stuff that I don't want or know anything about. What is this? This says Vlad Dracula. This is like a oh yeah, this is also a piece that I got from SP Eric as well. That was part of this deal here. It'd be funny if this shit falls. Well, at least if it falls now, that's fine. Better fall now than later on. We got this Mighty Max thing. I don't think this has anything in it, but this should still be worth like $10 just by itself. So that's pretty cool. I don't know why I'm holding on to this. I did take a peek at this, and it has like 2 figures inside, and I'm pretty sure this got to be worth at least $5. So that alone pays for this bin. And again, I was gonna pay $5 for this, but I was hoping he would take $3. I mean, whatever. The Batman thing. Oh, here's another game, Devil May Cry. What the hell? It must have slipped. Or maybe this didn't. No, I don't think this came from that guy. Because their stuff was pristine. It could have, but whatever. This Devil May Cry 3. I'm just going to put it up here. I'm not going to even put much into it. Because I have no fucking idea. Alright. So we got here a Transformer missing an arm. This is like a Spider-Man version of Mighty Max. No minifigure in here. But this is similar to that. I'm pretty sure that's got to be worth at least $5. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody went through this stuff. But again, at $5, I'm not going to complain. Whoever this guy was, he's missing a leg. I think this goes to this. And again, it was $5, so I ain't even looked through it. I just said, you know what, I'll take it. I just said, fuck it. Oh, what's this? This is like a Godzilla type of creature thing. Here's this guy's head. And we got Greetings, the Crypt Keeper. This looks like Primal Rage. Atari game, yep. This from Primal Rage. It'll be dope if his other hand is in it. I don't know what this is from. Got some cards. I don't know who that guy is. That's broken. I don't know what the hell this is from. Oh, looked like that broke off. I don't know. So it don't look like much in here. Well, we do have this Bugs Bunny, which probably goes with, well, he definitely goes with this guy. I'm pretty sure that's like $5 by itself, just the 2 of those. I mean, you know, it's nothing like holy shit great here. That's from Mulan. I don't know what this is. But for $5, I am not going to complain. Because the stuff I pulled out was worth it all by itself. So I am good. I mean, too bad nothing. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, I thought that was fucking Thor. You got one of these little cheap ass things. So, yep, that's everything. And again, yeah, I am pretty pissed the fuck off at the situation. But it's the past. I can't do a goddamn thing about it except never buy from that fucking asshole again. I mean, I would never hold Perry responsible for it. or get mad at him because that's a childish thing to do, and he has nothing to do with that. Nobody has nothing to do with the way a grown ass man. Yeah, you got to take that bag out.
What?
You got to take that bag out the garbage and then put the stuff in. So it's bullshit, y'all. And I am upset about it, and I am kind of mad at Scotich Mike at his action because he was just like more like, oh well, and that kind of pissed me off. That just goes to show the kind of person he is. So I am kind of mad at him about that because if the shoe is on the other foot. And again, I'm not mad that he got the stuff. I'm mad at the fact on how he went about it. He went about it on some childish little sucker shit. And I don't really give a fuck if he gets offended by it. The whole point of me saying what I'm saying because I feel the way I do about it. I'm not gonna hold my fucking tongue for nobody. And I thought that was childish and fucked up. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't speak on it. And I speak on shit. And it is what the fuck it is. But anyway, y'all, gotta go. Thanks for watching. Peace.